Hello there. Sorry for for the short black screen there. I was caught up in a camera that didn't want to work. So hello and welcome to another xTool Squad host live stream. Um, Nice and unprepared as per usual, as you know from me, um, because we're just gonna do workshop stuff. Um, I came home late from work and I always love to craft and do. Well, I actually have been crafting, but it was actually with music and video. So, not so much in designing right now. So, let's do that from scratch. I think that's also the most fun. So, I'm gonna be starting up xTool Studio. Let's review what we did 2 days ago and then see what we feel like, what we're gonna do, because I have no clue yet. I think it's starting to get dark. Is this better? Hello. I also think that we should maybe put on some music a little bit in time this time. So let me quickly fetch that. So for those who know me, I always do 1 million things at the same time. So I had like 60 tabs open on different projects, and I was working on 4 projects a moment ago. So yeah, life of a creator, right? So let me see. We're gonna go with the magical game world again that I created for this. So go. We're gonna put on some nice relaxed music. I think it's actually still in there. Yeah, seems like it. Okay, now I'm gonna start that and we're gonna swap to the main screen. And let's start some music. There, nice and relaxed. Let's see what this is all peeping about. Let me see. Perfect. So let's turn down the music here, or the sound. There we go. So last time we worked on some spoons. Oh, I actually still have them behind me. I can show them in a moment. We have been creating some dragon face on tiny little teaspoons. They were actually quite cute. The thing I have not tried yet is to engrave it multiple times. So I'm gonna say this straight off the bat. I love engraving on metal, but I am not a professional in it yet. So that is why I'm trying to test it over and over again so I can get very familiar. And that honestly is also the way how to laser. If you want to become better at it, you're gonna just have to test and try and test and error and test and error again. In my case, error again. But that is how we learn. Along the way, we learn. I think I should make like a plate of that. I always say it. So here you can see the little dragon head that we made. It was meant to be like a Viking styled dragon. I think it came out really well. Shall I roll back so I can show it? Okay. Let me see if I can get it sharpened, because it always wants to focus on my face rather. There you can see them. That is what we did 2 days ago. For those who haven't seen it. It doesn't want to focus now, huh? Ah, there it goes. Now, I think it's really lovely. You can clearly see the one that's lighter. That was our first try. And then we did the darker one. This one here. And that came out a lot stronger. So, see, we got already better in one session. So imagine how that goes over the course of a few months or a year. So always test, test, test. Then we actually worked in Atomm. Atomm is xTool's AI platform where people can share, or not just AI, there is also AI. There's a lot of very useful AI generators on there. So it's not just an AI platform, because it's actually a whole community that is behind Atomm. So people can share their work that you create. You can share that with other people, and other people can then download it. You can earn credits for it, so you can also buy stuff from those credits, and it's actually really lovely because you get a lot of inspiration. And well, as creative people, the thing that we need most, what feeds us, is inspiration. So now I made this image in a different tool. One day I actually made like a very cute little video of it, a GIF, and I fed it into Atomm. Let me see if I can grab Atomm with, here you can see Atomm, and then we fed it into one of the generators, and there we actually got, I think it was image editing. Let me think about what I did. This one, I did AI image variations. I think it should still be in there. Dun, dun, dun. Where can I see it? Don't think it is in there currently. Okay, let me quickly see if I can find it. Where did I put it? Here, there she is. So here's the GIF that I made, so you guys can see it. This is Fumi, and that is what I made. Just a cute little GIF. I need a lot of hugs, so I made a GIF that's asking for hugs. So let me see, where is the image? There, image. So I'm gonna drag the image in there. I have an image where she is laying, and I don't think that she is in there any longer. Okay, so doesn't matter because I already saved it in my xTool Studio, but just for the sake of you guys to be able to see what we did last week and have a small recap, I will just do it again. So describe variations, it's optional. The last time I asked it to have it in different cute and funny poses. I think I'm actually gonna make it without any request. The ratio is original. Yeah, I think I can let it original. So the subject should be locked, because if I do the style locked, then it will just keep anything cute and fluffy, but maybe she will turn into a bunny or something. Haven't tested it, but that is my assumption. So let's say generate, and let's see what it does. Also, I remember last time I said fast is really fast, and it was really fast. So I'm very curious how long it will take now, or maybe there's a lot of people generating currently, then it might of course be slower. AI only have so many hands, right? So while this is generating, I am not one that has a lot of patience. So let's just look here at this one. Here you can see the cute and funny poses. Some extra body parts have been grown here on the last one. This one we actually changed the style, which made it very easy to engrave. And here we made, for the ones that haven't seen it, this is where it is still a bitmap, and here we created it into a vector. So this one can scale infinitely because it keeps the aspect ratio of the pixels and it's not stretching out the pixels like you would do with a bitmap. So let us see. Is it already done? Yes, it's done. Okay, let's look. Oh, she's so adorable. We have again extra limbs. I think the AI still needs to train a little bit on that. Oh, this one is very cute. A little butterfly with it. But she keeps her laying. That's kind of funny. Now, I'm actually very curious if I would say quality mode. Because the last time we said quick edit. Variations. Okay. We want to have 4 of them. This cute little kitten in 4 different, what shall we do? Landscapes. Frozen, hot, or hot desert, jungle. What else? Do we have anything else that we would like to see? And mountains. Let's see if it understands that. So you see, you can actually do really a lot with this entire lot. It's actually stuck to there. That's not cool. There. Now see, we instantly get something to do. That is kind of what I always end up doing. And that is also how I end up with way too many projects, like ever. I have a cheerleader over there. It's always funny when you have a random cheerleader suddenly popping in. What shall we do? Shall we try to engrave this kitten actually on like a spoon or a knife? Like a cute little fumi knife. We turn this off. This one we turn off because we don't want that to be engraved. This one can be off. No, this should be the only one on. We did it 85 by 15. That gave really nice results. So the kitten also needs to be a lot smaller. I think it should be approximately the same size as the dragon. Now you see those help lines when you move it around. Approximately like so. Yeah. That looks totally fine to me. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, let me search. What can we engrave it on? What do you think of a very nice fork? I still have a very nice fork. So the fun thing is where I work, we have a lot of cutlery that comes back that is not usable any longer, and well, I take that with me because then I don't engrave on completely new stuff that maybe doesn't work or anything, and I don't want to make new products. I'm a very big fan of reusing anything. So, and well, I might just end up with having myself a very cute Fumi fork. The Fumi fork. So this is the fork. It's kind of long. It's a very beautiful fork to my taste. And it has a nice engravable area here. I would assume that it is stainless steel. So let's just go with that. So I'm gonna prepare it so that there is no fat from my hands on, because I promise I did not just eat cookies earlier. Yes, I did. Don't judge me. Oh. So now I can see what's happening, and I'm gonna show you guys the machine. I've been working so hard actually that I have not touched the machine afterwards. Yeah, I closed it because yeah, that's the only thing I did after the stream. So let me go to the machine and keep the studio open. Gonna have to try to not let you guys not see my screen when I'm explaining stuff. Working on it. Okay, let's open her up. There we go. See, everything's still in position. So when I try to see if it's straight, I always just touch with my finger the side, because it will go over this horizontal rails. So that way you can easily see if it will go off. You see that here it goes entirely off. So the fork is not laying straight. So if I line it up here, and here it is in the middle, here it is. Now it should be straight. So now what we will do, I did line it up, didn't I? Yeah. Okay, I needed to see if the crosshair was actually above it. So this is where the cat is approximately gonna be. I will do that a bit better in a moment. I'll show you how. But this is where she's gonna be-ish. And first of all, we're gonna measure the depth, because the laser needs to be able to focus. It's like when you use a magnifying glass, not to burn ants, but to see how good you can focus it in general. Then you will have a focal point, because the sun rays come in and they will cross at a certain point. So you need to find the spot where it is actually hitting on both sides. And that is what you kind of do with the laser. So, and this one has a very nice feature on the xTool S1 that I use. And you can just press the button and you will see it will drop the needle down, and then it's gonna touch the surface. Don't be worried, it is not doing it hard. The first time I was like with the glass and I was like, oh no! And now it is gonna reset it on the back side, and then it has measured the distance between where it fell, got pushed in and So that's very nice that you don't have to do those things manually. Technique makes us all very comfortably lazy. Now, this I can eyeball, but I would advise not to, because I have engraved multiple times where I thought I could eyeball it, and then my design was on the side somewhere. So I would advise against it, at least if you are as good as eyeballing as I am. So I will use the polygon because I can then track the entire shape. That's better than using the rectangles or the circle, to my taste. So I'm gonna say start marking, and then I'm gonna go to the machine, and on the front of the machine, so I can actually show you. There you see the machine in the corner. It's a lot bigger than it looks, but you will be able to see now there's a little blue button here, and every time I press that, on my screen is going to appear a red dot. So I'm just going to follow the line of the machine here, of the fork I mean, not of the machine. Good morning. And then I just make a few presses. And on my screen you can now see that there starts to appear a shape, right? Yeah, that should be it. And now we can close it. So what is so nice about the xTool S1 is, like, I have dogs here. I have two very lovely dogs, Pixie and Josie. And they can be in here in the room with me because the machine will not operate when the lid is not closed. At any time when you open the lid, when it's busy, it will automatically stop everything it's doing. It also has fire detection and an extinguisher in there, and it has an air assist that can take out, you can see it maybe in the top there, let me, there, it goes out for me. I vent outside, and that is how it works, so you don't get the fumes inside. There are also air purifiers available for these machines, a smaller one and a bigger one, depending on what you use for a machine. You have to choose either, because some people, they can't vent outside, or if you are using it when you are living in like an apartment complex or something, and you don't want to fume it out to the neighbors because they might have an opinion about that. So let me quickly do this. There we go. I always get pushed having to buy my viewers. No, thank you. There we go. Now we can see how big the fork is approximately, and where the kitten is gonna be located. I think we can make her even a little bit bigger. What do you think? Something like that? I still feel like it's slightly diagonal, but that might be just me. So I think I'm gonna go with this here. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, and what did we say about the dragon? 85 by 15. So we're gonna follow that the same, because those are my own settings that work for my machine. So when you are doing this and you have your own machine, and it can be an F2 Ultra or an F1 or any of the machines, I would advise always to make yourself known with your machine and test it a lot, because somewhere here I'm not a messy person. Don't believe anyone that says that. So I end up with a lot of these, And that is key kind of to the results of your things. I also have it actually even, let's see, you can barely see it. I used to have like a magnifying glass and a magnifying glass on top of that to see the results, but I wanted to make sure that on this very tiny pendant the result would come out properly. Now it is really tiny, so I don't think it will focus, but there is a very tiny grid in there, on there. I actually want to show you because it's really funny to do. Let me see if I can show it. Craft. This one is currently turned off for whatever reason. Oh, it is now on the other one. Hello. Don't know why this one did that. You see what happens when I try to prepare something? So now it should be this one. Possibly. No. Now? Being bullied. No, it's still the same. So I had some problems with my machine. There we go. This one does work. Or with my streaming thing. So I'm gonna try to focus it on this. There you can see it. It's very tiny. You see it? Oh, come on then. Don't bully me. I'm trying to focus as fast as I can so you guys can see it. There's a very, very tiny one on there. So because I have all these tiny little pendants, and it's actually very beautiful to make like little designs on it. So well, I can show you. The cable is not holding me. What is happening today? We have this one. So I have different types of wood that I used. So these were actually my very first ones that I ever did. So you can see I have gathered a lot of them. On two sides I engraved here. This one as well. This was at Christmas time, you can see. And this one actually got so intense that it burned through. And even here on a big tile. So you can see lots and lots and lots of testing. And when you do that, your results... Oh well, here I actually have still also the black one here. See? A lot of intense pandas looking your way. But when you do that, when you are testing a lot, eventually you will have a lot of cool results. I've not even see where... Oh, here it is. This is what I made for on cork, and here you can see that I actually got really pretty results with that. So that is kind of how you do it. With that, let's move on. Enough about testing. I used to have like my old neighbor, and he was a carpenter, and he always said, you better measure twice and cut once than measure once and cut twice. And I live by that. It was actually one of the best advices I ever had. Because it's true, it takes you so little time to measure, so it saves you a lot of time instead of having to do things twice. So now I want to try what is going to happen when I engrave it multiple times. So I'm going to do it one by one, and I'm going to show it to you guys on the machine. Let me see if I can already zoom in. Shall I make it on the big screen? Dun dun dun. I hope you guys like the music that I prepared for this. Don't know if there's any gamers out there, but I try to make it gaming style. That is how I relax. There. I hope that this is gonna be... It will light up a little bit, so... Let's see when I click process. It will take 53 seconds. So let's just try that. Can try to give you maybe a different angle. It's always a little bit difficult because it's a shiny surface. But I can grab the camera now and then I can show you guys. So I will say finished for now. So it doesn't matter if I move around the head because it measures where the head is compared to my file on the screen. So if I move that one around, if I move the kitten around on my screen, then it will be off focus and you will never get that back on again. Not manually at least. There's some other xTool machines that have cameras. You might be able to do it with that, but by hand, that's gonna be a pain. So, okay, let's go and check it out. Now it is really bright for you guys. Not sure. Ah, there it is. Now you can see it. So I should not touch the fork because otherwise it will also be off. But you see, it's on there, but it is not as bright or intense. So I'm just gonna try. It is actually lined up perfectly how I wanted it. So one day I want to have actually a camera that can be inside, so you guys can see it without the green. Okay. So I'm just gonna say process again. And I'm just gonna press start and then we see what happens when we do it multiple times. Oh, I have to press on the button. So like I said, as long as I do not touch my material or the design on the file, I can move the laser head around as I want. You can actually see the camera movement because it's zoomed in so far, and actually the machine going left and right wiggles the table a little bit. Luckily not enough to move my materials. Okay, let's take another look. can see it. Now it starts to become a little bit more darker. So sometimes I actually try to, where is it? I have like a little mirror. Helps me sometimes to check out how it is doing. Okay. So I wonder how often I can go before it starts to become unpretty. So I have not tried this before, just saying, in case it goes wrong, that's me learning. It's nearly done again. I think actually what I want to try is what I normally do with wood. I'm gonna try to make it also go with to use score around it, around the lines. So it will usually with wood and stuff and cork it will pop more. So let's see if we can get the same result. Okay, so we say finished. So this is now 3 passes. 3. So instead of engrave, I'm gonna say score. And I'm actually gonna crank up the power a bit. See what it does. This will take a little bit, because it's gonna go across all the scribblies. And I'm prepared that I should not touch the fork right away because that might be hot. I'm not saying this because certain squad members that I know have tried this and burned something in their carpet. Okay. Now, honestly and for real, I think scoring is one of the most satisfying things to watch when you are doing laser work. I think it's actually really satisfying because it's not just going left and right to make little stripes until it has been revealed, but it's actually like following the little lines. Gonna take a look up close there. So it's very sad that you guys can't hear that, but you actually can hear it on the metal. It's a very high little squeaky tone. I have a little bit sensitive hearing, so a little bit loud for me. Still pretty fast, right? Now I'm very curious. I haven't tried this before, so let's see what happens. Now she definitely became a lot darker there. Shall we take her out and see? So we gotta have to remember that. Where's my cloth? Oh, there. Under my stack of trials. Okay, so let's go and show you guys this. Should have put on the light here as well, huh? Here comes the light. There. So, here you can see it with the suit. Oh, it's like as if it has a lighting of eyes. That's cool. But you can see that, you can see the little whoosh of, that is because the air is blowing over it to extract it into the extractor. So you can see actually that it goes upwards that way. So let's just, I'm not gonna take it with the alcohol yet. Just gonna, now you can see how easily took that off. And you can see here on my in here. So I remember this is like just an old fork, right? So you can see that the structure it has been used. But it's still kind of leaving a brownish trait, unless you have it in a certain angle, then you can actually see it. There we go. So I think that's actually pretty. It came up pretty nice. You can also feel it. Well, actually, when you look from afar, not sure if I can show that. It's because the light is so intense there. But when I just look at it like that, it's actually showing very dark. So I think it's just the angle that you're in. So I think she can go. I think my dog has been stealing something from my desk. So let me see if I can get an angle that it shows the proper. There. Yeah, it doesn't want to show better, sorry. I do not have the patience for it today. So yeah, I think for me became really pretty. So it does work. Like I said, I did that also when I'm gonna show you guys. So this one here, for example, the Love is Love hanger. Here you can also see that I first have been engraving it, but if you just engrave it, it's gonna look very flat. It's not very lively. So when you then score it around it, like I did now with Fumi, then you can see that it actually looks like it is really carved out, which I think is very pretty. I also did that on this design, the house key hanger holder, and you can see it here. Maybe I should try to get a little bit closer even with that. You see that I did it there. Doesn't want to get much closer than that. There. So you can see, especially around hers with the shirt, you see that's engraved, and then I have been going around. Also, that's why the hands are very visible, because that wasn't before. It was kind of flattened out. So that is my little piece of advice when you do that. So let's see what we can. We still have a little moment, right? Yeah, we still have a little moment. Oh, I am making a mess. So what shall we do? Let's first check what happened actually to the other thing. I did not. Oh, how lovely. It okay. I was expecting like 4 different ones, but this one actually did it even cuter. Absolutely lovely. It's adhered to the prompt very, very well, I have to say that. A frozen, a hot desert, a jungle, and a mountainy. Look how cute that is. Not even any extra limbs. I can use these just instantly as like greeting cards. They came out really lovely. Oh, imagine if I would have the M2 that could actually print it and then cut it out. So there's this new machine currently that xTool brought out. The M2. My colleague Wayne, he also live streams. He has one, and he can showcase you these things. It is so amazing. I really love these. I think that the AI did a very good job there. So is there one, because it's kind of held all of them in the exact same position ish. This one is sitting a little bit different. I would like to try this one, and I'm gonna say quick edit. Please make me a line drawing for engraving on cork. Suitable for engraving on cork. This image. Please make me a line drawing of this image suitable for engraving on cork. Let's try it. So what I really love about it is it's like the last time I did that as well. It is not removing this, it's not editing this, it's just making a copy and then doing it. So I get to keep everything, which I like. I like to collect it all. You never know what it's gonna be good for, right? There we go. Oh, it actually added something. Arms of Mercy. Okay. Very funny. This has a very tiny ghost. Oh, it already had very tiny ghost. This is a giant cat. I love that, but I like this one. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm actually gonna engrave it on cork. I don't know why it made the cork background though. Maybe I should do it. Please convert this into a line drawing on a white background. Not sure if it's gonna do that right. Maybe it's now gonna remove all the thingies. That would actually be sad. Then I will still use this. Let me actually just export this quickly to my studio. Shall we make the studio big again? It's a bit easier to see, right? Otherwise you're gonna have to squint. Have you guys actually seen? There is a new code down there. It will get you 20 euros off on the website. So I would definitely, if you want to purchase anything, then I would definitely use it. If you don't want to buy anything and you just want to support me, then still go buy something. And use my link, because that will help me. No, just kidding. But please do it. Anyway, did I get a new one already? Oh, yeah, that was not what I meant, right? It's cute, but it was not what I meant. I can definitely use it, but I actually meant this. Please turn this image into a line drawing. I don't know if you guys suitable rating. If you guys use a lot of AI, if you prompt or not. But there's a lot of there goes a lot. Prompting properly goes a long way. So I would say if you are not used to it, try to just use it a bit more often and see what the different prompts do, how you word it to the AI, what extra information you can give, and why you're gonna be over feeding it with information, because it makes it actually really a lot better, and you get to your results faster. It's actually also kind of beautiful. What is better, do you guys think? Because this one made it like it's nearly halftone, right? So this is kind of an optical illusion when you do halftone, because it's actually not filling it with more black or white, or making it gray. It's just making more or less dots. It's kind of deceiving. This is not entirely that, honestly, but a bit. I think they're really cool, actually. Shall we make this one on the cork? Or shall I still try to get a line drawing? This into a line. drawing. Now we can see what a difference it makes, right? If we mention it, that it's for engraving, or if we don't mention it. This one is really cool, but I think there's a lot of information in there. So let's just go to adjustments, and I say grayscale, and I'm gonna put up the black, but I'm also gonna put down the white. So you see that all that was blurry now. So I will show you guys. All this is gonna be lightened up. So the information is still there because it's not adjusting it, it's just not showing it. So the laser won't see it either. So here you can see there's still a little bit of those speckles, right? And the further we go, the more white it makes the white. But sometimes you can lose some details that you don't want to lose. So like for example here, the iris. You see, you're gonna lose also a little bit of that detail. So it's always important to find the right balance. And then you can add a little bit of black to put it back in. But it's really, really about finding the right balance. I think this is fine. A few peckles doesn't matter. Let's see where my other design is going. Really black and white, but it did work. So which one do you guys think that speaks more? Well, obviously this one is super cute, but I'm actually aiming for the one with the chameleon because, well, I'm gonna have to honor. This is Cliff. This is my cliffhanger. Can hang him. See, there's a clothing pin on. So this one also has a little outfit for Christmas. I think I want to make him a summer outfit actually, maybe with like a big sombrero or something. And so normally it hangs in my Christmas tree or on my door. So that this one now generated family of Cliff, I think was actually pretty cool. So that's why I want to go for that. Just so you know my thought process. I think actually this one is really pretty. Not sure if it might get too dark. So how did this turn out? This turns out really cartoony. Shall we try to... I'm just going to import it all. So we definitely have it. So export. Wait a second. I'm going to open a new file for that. Say export in xTool Studio, because it's gonna open it in the file that you already have open, and otherwise it will open a new file if you do not have xTool open yet. xTool Studio. There we go. Open xTool Studio, and now it's easy. It will keep the size. It will open it in the new tab that I made. So now turn everything off, and oh, now we can ungroup it because everything is grouped. Now we're gonna put this one here, and the rest we put aside for now because we do not want to make everything. Because I want to show you guys some stuff that we do not do with AI. That we're gonna do just by hand. And I want to make this one, and I'm gonna make actually a circle. Like yay big. Or shall we take something else? Let's take something else. What is recommended for me? A spoopy ghost. The reason that when I do not like to go for just a circle is because when I'm gonna make it on on a circular coaster, any bit of that you're off is gonna be so well visible. And once I actually was so off that I had to cut the cork so it would be again round and in the middle. But honestly, cutting corks stinks. Even with the extractor on and everything, it still stinks. So you could like smell the piece of cork later on. Bleh. So I can't really come up with any other shape that would fit to this. Maybe a flower? Because I think a star is too wild. Can we make like, can we say jungle? A leaf? I don't think this one will work as a... Oh, cute little elephant. I love elephants. This one might work. Let's see if that works. I will need to make it bigger. But that's not gonna get bigger than that. Is Clifton still on there? Will that look nice? We can try it, right? So I'm just gonna Control C and Control V. Then we just put this one aside because that's my backup. So what I want to do is, because that is a vector and that is not, I'm just gonna... I can't create a mask. Okay, so it doesn't work like that. No. 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 Okay, this one will not allow me to make a mask. Okay, so that's not working. Sad. I thought that because it was closed that it will allow me to make a mask. Flower then? Flower. Oh, that's a lot of flower power. Maybe I should just not be so difficult and just keep it simple. Yeah. Okay. Elements. Where is my elements? There. Go away, flower. Basic shapes. Heart. This should work. And also make it a bit bigger because this heart has a different shape. Now, when I've done being nitpicky, I should be able to select both of them and say create mask. And now you will see I can still move this one around, or I can move this one around, and then you can see what actually will happen. So I think this is like cute. Center her, trying to focus a little bit on the eyes. And then we say done. And now it's only this. So I'm still gonna edit it and adjust it. So we go for grayscale again. And then we make it lighter. Because the thing that I would be worried about is that when I do this, I don't want it to be burning it so much. I still need to have like a little bit of a... I think we can go with something like this. Can we make an offset of that? Confirm. So what offset does, it makes like the exact shape around it. And you can also like make that a bit further around it, but I choose to have it like directly on it. And that one I will just score. So it will just do what looks so satisfying, like... Yeah, I think we're gonna do this. Now, the thing is, I have my 2-watt infrared laser in there. And last time I quickly swapped it over so you guys could see how I did that quickly from my 20-watt diode laser into my 2-watt infrared laser. Now I'm gonna have to do it the other way around because this one is for metal, not for other things. So I'm gonna go to the other one. I already have a poster ready. So let's quickly show you guys how we do that, because now we're gonna just do it reversed so you don't have to watch the previous stream to see how it worked. Let's go to the machine before I'm giving a whole explanation and you guys can't see anything. Okay, now let's go. So as you can see, my 2-watt infrared laser is currently in there. I'm still very zoomed in, am I not? Let me quickly zoom out a bit. So it's a bit easier. Now on the back side of my machine, I'm gonna turn off the switch. Now it's a little bit darker. I can make a little light. Oh. There you go. So we have this hexagon screwdriver, and we're gonna use on top of here, you see 2 little screws, and we're just gonna screw them loose. And it is so simple to do, really, like I learned it by myself. Now then anyone can do it. We also take off the needle because we're gonna have to put that on the other one. Then we move it up and put it back. Here is like a little piece that sticks out that needs to go into that slot there. So I'm gonna take off carefully the air assist. That is this little tube shaped one. So you see, now it is off. And then we're gonna take off. This is the connector. Here you can see it. Connector. And well, this is the back side and the bottom side. For anyone that is curious about it, this is how it looks. And this is where the needle goes in. So I'll show you guys. See? So the 2 magnets, they line up, and then it goes in there, and then it lays flat against the body. You can just take it off. It's also very convenient. It can pop off very easily in case you do a mismeasurement or something. And the needle goes against your material. Well, you don't want it to break the material or anything, so it then just pops off, and then it also stops immediately. So here we have the 20-watt diode laser, and well, I will show you guys also. Here you can see on the bottom side, this one looks slightly different. Has a different laser head. And here is again the slot for the needle. And we're gonna put it back in. So I'm first gonna put on the air assist, and then I put on the connector. It doesn't matter in which sequence you do, as long as you just put the connector in carefully so you don't bend any of the things. Now here, this one also has like this little piece that sticks out. It goes in here into this slot, and you need to do it like you would do hanging a painting. So you hang it up in the top, and then it slides down because it's more narrow at the bottom than at the top. And then you move it down a little bit, and then you grab the screws and you just put them back in. Now, for the sake of showcasing you guys, it took longer, but when I'm all alone, this takes me about like 1 minute. That's how easy it is to just quickly pop on a different module. And we put the needle in. Always fiddling a little bit with how it slides in. Come on. There. And then you just pop up the needle. Sometimes you can forget about that. So you see then it is like hanging out. And then you just use your finger and put it back. Now we can turn back on the machine, and you will see that it will go in resting position again. So now it is there on the side. And I forgot to take my coaster, because we're just gonna put that in right away. I think there. Okay, now on my screen I will show you guys what is happening. You see that it asks me, would you like to confirm the switch from 2 watts to 20 watts? And then we say yes, because we purposely did that. That was not by coincidence or accident that we did that. So for this, exactly the same procedure. So we're gonna measure that. I think my camera is not set properly now. Sorry. So okay, now it has measured the depth, and now we're gonna use again the polygon, because I don't like to make the circle, because somehow I always mess it up. So I'm using the polygon to make the approximate size. So I'm gonna say start marking. I'm just gonna start at the left side. I press the button on the machine. I just take some random points. Now on my screen you should be seeing an approximate circle appearing. And then we say end marking. Now it is not very round this time. So I'm gonna select both of these and make it a bit bigger. I'm gonna place her in the middle. This is gonna help me to find the middle, those helping lines. So I think this should be the middle. We can make an extra one with the circle so you guys can see how that goes, but for me it always kind of messes up. I think that's a user error, but yeah. So you just need to have 3 random spots. And based upon that, it should know very well where it is. Let's see, and now we are very much off. So that makes me actually doubt, like, was the other one correct? But it should be. Can I make another one? Yeah, we're just gonna make another one. So you see now it is very much off. But that is like the most minimal change in where you press it is gonna make that this off. So we're just gonna do the polygon once more, and then we will see if I was off the first one. So I'm just gonna start with the top. I'm gonna take one there, one at the side. So we're just gonna make it like a polygon. Or hexagon, what is it? Yeah, it's decently round, and I think I'm still decently in the middle. See, I don't even have to. Oh, no. Didn't select them both, but I didn't really have to move it. So I think the first time around was correct. So now let's see, because what did we do on my work? Where is it? Where did I put it now? Oh, there. All the way there. Yeah, so I'm gonna go with 15 by 150. This one can be on, and we say 15 by 150. And we're gonna select, there's already cork, because I use that now and then, because I like working with cork. And then we see it sets it to 16 power and 110 speed. I think that's possibly gonna be fine. So when we press process, oh, now it's still not on. Why is it not on? Bitmap. I thought I pressed on, but okay. Now you see it 4 minutes and 50 seconds. So well, then we're about to be on my 1.5 hour mark that I try to aim for. So that's perfectly fine. So let's just press the button here and see the magic happen. Meanwhile, let's see. Yeah. We did something. Where is my... Yeah. I'm gonna make a copy of this. I want to show you guys something about when you work with a vector. So we can edit this. Now we can do that by editing the nodes. So let's say we want to make very angry eyebrows here. Where's the other eyebrow? Let's just pick this one. And it is that simple. Let's say done. And I choose engrave. Look, now she has very big angry eyebrows. Right? We can make it a bit more extreme even. Like so. Now you will see very angry eyebrows. It's not really pretty like that, but just for sake of showing you guys that you can do a lot when you are using the vector. So I'm just gonna put this all back. Dum, 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 da, da, da. I press Ctrl Z in case you guys don't know. So here we say first engrave. It's a little bit easier to see. Now let's say edit compound. Then every part that is a connected area, it will do. So I can take, for example, I can select this whole eye. Can I unselect this? Yeah. Now I can actually just move the eye. I'm sorry. Yeah. So then she looks a little bit different. And that's how easy it is when you work with compounds. Let's press Ctrl Z again and put it back to normal. Oh, poor Fumi. Yeah. Now that's how easy it is working with compounds or just creating the nodes. So you can do a lot of handwork and you can make your own unique creatures or whatever. I think it is very nice to use AI as a base because you can have like something what you want. Not everybody has the skills to draw or has learned it or has the time to still learn it even. So I think it is good because we all have an imagination and it gives people the chance to express their imagination. Do something with it. I think it's very good for people to be creative. So I'm happy that it is better available now for many people. But that is my personal opinion. But I do like it to make it your own. So to make your own, like she didn't came to be just out of the blue. I have been redoing and little adjustments, and I don't like this, it needs to be more that, and so there's a lot of my own imagination in there, and I think that is what gives it character, to make it really your own. Oh, that was very fast. Now I'm still wondering if it came actually on in the right spot, but we're gonna see it. Oh yeah, it's actually fine. What do you guys think? That's really cute, right? I think she became really beautiful. Maybe I should make her name. Maybe I will do that on Saturday. On Saturday I will be back. Maybe I will just engrave her name like here, Fumi. I think that would be very nice. But you see, when I chose the settings, let me quickly swap to the right spot. Oh, I'm holding it sideways, sorry. There. So I chose this one, that one here, and this is the result. Let me see if we can focus. Focus, focus. Go in focus. There we go. So you see it here? This was 15 speed and 150, or 15 power and 150 speed. There. And this is the result. Now, is that cute or what? I think it became really cute. So, yeah, that being said, I'm gonna be back on Saturday. Yes, because tomorrow it's Friday. So I have a day off tomorrow. Well, not from work, but from streaming. If you guys want to see something, or you want to talk about something, or you have questions, or you want to order an xTool machine, which I can help with and get you an extra 1% off, you can find all my details there, and you can just contact me, and then I will help you further. So with that being said, thank you for watching, and see you on Saturday. Bye bye.